In a world where progress never sleeps, one company stands out as the driving force behind infrastructure and energy solutions. Introducing our fuel company and cement producer, where excellence meets efficiency. Jawo. The company have 30 filling stations across the country that are all operating, which includes the recently completed Yarambamba and Old Yundum filling stations. And our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Along the years, Jawo introduces importation and distribution of cement in their line of business to diversify and strengthen their operations. Are you a cement retailer? At the moment, Jawo is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market. With a focus on sustainability and innovation, we are paving the way for a greener, stronger future. Trust in us to fuel your projects and lay the groundwork for success. We currently produce over 25,200,000 bags per year. As the largest cement producer in the country, Jawo also targets to export cement to the neighboring countries like Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, and others. Join us on our journey to shape a world where every drop of fuel and every bag of cement makes a difference. Together, we can build a brighter tomorrow.
Now, just 2 days ago, Dr. Cisse, I'm quoting Ismaila a lot this morning, aren't I? Bragged about the 9 kilometers of road constructed in just 8 years of the borough administration. Well, the jewel in the crown of the new road network is undoubtedly the Bertil-Harding Highway, recently renamed OIC Highway. It's wide, it's smooth, and in some places, fast. Mind you, I'm saying fast only in some places, because as anyone using the freeway will know, speeding is often obstructed by pedestrian crossings and anti-speed humps. And that is a criticism Demba Ali Jawo can't help voicing, well, indirectly, through the Standard's editor Lamin Cham, because the former minister and veteran journalist prefers the pen to convey his thoughts.
While the government, through the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, deserves commendation for providing us with an impressive urban road network, which has no doubt eased the horrific traffic congestion that motorists used to be confronted with, particularly within the Greater Banjul area, there are, however, some important structural issues that need to be urgently addressed if the general public is to reap maximum benefits from the road network. To start with, it is hard to understand why the authorities had not seen the need to include in the contract the provision of footbridges across the 6-lane 22-kilometer Bertil-Harding Highway that pedestrians can use to cross from one side of the highway to the other. Instead, they had to resort to erecting bumps and zebra crossings. Now, with all the billions of dollars spent on constructing the highway, it would have made more sense if they had at least included a few footbridges at certain strategic locations to allow the free flow of traffic rather than motorists being required to put up with frequent bumps and zebra crossings, which is quite unusual on a freeway and hardly seen anywhere else in the world. It is also hard to understand why the National Roads Authority, NRA, have not seen the need to erect footbridges in certain other areas within the Greater Banjul area, to at least bring some sanity within the urban transport system, which presently is quite chaotic. For instance, it is quite an irritation and a nightmare for motorists plying that stretch of the road between Tabokoto and the Westfield Junction during the morning rush hour or in the evening after offices had closed, with pedestrians crisscrossing from every angle of the road. If there were footbridges, it would have at least reduced the problem that both pedestrians and motorists are constantly confronted with. Therefore, failure to provide even a single footbridge anywhere on that road is an apparent indication of the NRA's lack of regard for the welfare of motorists as well as endangering the lives of pedestrians. We can recall that there used to be a few footbridges in the Greater Banjul area that were serving the public quite well when the traffic was not as heavy as it is today. But they were all eventually dismantled, apparently for no justifiable reason. It is therefore hard to understand, with much heavier traffic today, the NRA have still not seen the need to provide footbridges in certain strategic areas, such as markets and other busy intersections.